Then he told me it was Forex. I didn't know what that thing was. Apparently, it has been existing for years. Yeah, and I've never heard of it in my entire life. I started first of all as a sales boy, where they were paying me 20K K1. I'll use like 5K and do transports. But then, as life is, nothing is ever satisfactory. I believe we have limited time in this world.
Absolutely.
And I want to leave something before I didn't just deviate to being a swing trader. I deviated to believing in my strategy. If you're going to risk, why not risk it well? Since you know that if you have to trust in your strategy, you believe it works, then let it work perfectly.
All right, let's come to that part where we've been waiting for. What's going on, guys? It's Sam Keys here again, and this is another episode on the 1% Club podcast with Sam Keys. And today we have the one and only LuckyManeFX in the building. What's going on, man?
Nice.
Good to have you here.
Sure.
So on this episode, guys, you're going to learn a whole lot about the man LuckyManeFX. You guys must have heard a lot about him. YouTube channel on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. He's been making a lot of impact, even from a very young age. I guess most of you on this video don't really know how old this man is, and you will be shocked because we will not tell you. We will not tell you, but it's pretty young, guys. Trust me. I was actually shocked when I found that. And I'm saying it again, that this current generation, we're going to be having more millionaires than the previous generations, the generations of our parents and so on and so forth, because the internet, Forex trading is here to make a very huge difference, so long you are following the right track. So welcome again to this episode. If you're new to my channel, hit the subscribe button and feel free to comment below your name and where you're watching this video from. And don't forget to put in the comments, by the time you're done with this video, your best takeaway, what you learned the most from this episode. I'm going to be going through the comments to identify those who have commented, and you can stand a chance to win $100 on this episode, just like we do on every episode. So tell us, who is LuckyMane?
My real name is Onyachunan Chipwestri. Good luck. A Forex trader, someone who is passionate about building people, resources, making an impact. I believe we have limited time in this world.
Absolutely.
And I want to leave something before I...
Guys, you heard that. Straight to the point. Let's know, where are you from, and where were you born, and where do you currently stay? Where do you live? Where's your office? Just tell us about that.
Oh, okay. So I was born in Enugu State, Nigeria, and I spent a great part of my life there, about 17 years of my life there, before I left the country. Then after a while, I still came back to Nigeria and stuff and decided to establish something here. Because when I went out of the country, the first day that I came to Nigeria, and I just, in my mind, I was meant to stay here for just like a week. I moved my return ticket and stuff. But then stepping into the country, I'd been gone for like 3 years. I went to buy a bottle of Mother's Water. I didn't know the price. I was giving the guy 100 naira. He said it's no longer 100 naira. Like, wow. And I'm like, this country is very, very difficult now. And there's really little to nothing people can do to get the kind of funds that they really require. Especially when you're a youth that you don't want to be doing 9 to 5, you want something flexible. And that was why I decided, I said, I can't go back to other countries when I know I have the knowledge that can actually give that impact to people. I think also if I would start to set up something here in Nigeria to do the things. So we started off with Lagos and we've branched to Abuja. So the office current cast at the time of this video, we have an office in Lagos, have in Abuja, where we try to teach people the right way to trade and a number of other services we do.
All right. Tell us about your upbringing, like when you were young. I remember I asked one of my friends, do you come from a rich home or a regular home? I like using regular because I don't believe anybody's poor. We are either rich or regular. See, RR, just like trading, the risk to reward. Right. So tell us about your upbringing. How many people do you got in your family? Just like myself, the only son. You guys will watch it on my own episode. It's coming after this one, talked about my own story. And I believe that your upbringing, your background contributes to who you are right now. It's either giving you a push or something else making you to chase after something. So tell us about that. One specific thing that you would like to share about your background that has contributed to who you are now.
A number of things. I wasn't born in an affluent family or rich family. I wouldn't say we're poor, but, in my family, there's about 7 of us. So very, very dependent. Nobody had to do something. Our parents did have to do a lot of things for us. We depended on our own. So it affected my upbringing. When I was very little, I started a business when I was around 5 to 6. Then in our compound, I used to sell water for everyone. Wow, it was a crazy idea. And the upbringing, we're brought up in such a way that you should be independent. Don't try to depend on your brother. Try to depend on your father for money. During school, during my JSS tray, when there's this long vacation during JSS tray, I couldn't stay at home. I started teaching in primary school. And when I finished my WAEC, I went and I started learning how to repair phones, repair laptops. I started first of all as a sales boy. When they were paying me 20K, I'll use like 5K and do transports. 6K remain. So a lot of things like that really affected the way I thought. All my life, I've always had this mentality that I have to be independent. I'm the last child, and trust me, my family, everyone is independent. Nobody, they depend on anybody. So you're on your own, But my family played a great part in my life. Being that when I was doing the sales boy thing, the pay was very, very little. You couldn't do anything for me. I went to go and learn phones and stuff like that. It was very super difficult until one of my brothers said, you've been doing so well. You've learned this skill. There's no need you been paying this meager. I don't really pay all this small money. So he decided to set up something for me, a shop. And I started doing the whole stuff myself. It's really, really helped me.
That's great. So you see, he came from an entrepreneurial home. Like they always want to say, hey, ever issue with that. Nobody they dollar. You have to go and hustle for your own self.
It's an Igbo thing.
Yes, it's an Igbo thing. And probably Igbo guys. Wow. All right, guys. So let's go into Forex trading now. Tell us, how did you start Forex trading? What pushed you into Forex trading? I know it has a lot to do with you going to the university and later figure out some things. And so how did you start Forex trading? In what year did you start?
Okay, I started Forex trading in 2019, no, 2020, I'm not too sure. I'm getting mixing up the years. And I think basically for everyone, unless the person is going to lie, the thing that makes you to start Forex trading is money.
Yes,
money.
Yeah.
So then I wasn't broke because then I've had my shop and I was getting a little finances. But my age then, I'm sure I was probably among the richest people in my age.
Boy.
But then, as life is, nothing is ever satisfactory. You have this, it's news like that. So I had a friend of mine, a neighbor, who was living a very good life. You can literally tell that this guy is rich. I wanted to live like him. I went to him, told him to help me, teach me the things. Then he told me it was Forex. I didn't know what that thing was. Apparently it has been existing for years.
Yeah.
And I've never heard of it in my entire life, And that's the good thing about us. Some people might not know that this is this, but that's the thing too that will lead to their upbringing and stuff like that. So I think everything that happened within that year, even though it was a very terrible year, because that was the year I lost my dad. But everything that happened, apart from me losing my dad, every other thing was engineered to bring me to that limelight of Forex. It was a super difficult time for me because when you're done learning, the whole this thing, and every other thing coming after it is crazy. The money you're blowing,
We don't want to talk about how much was blown. All right, so you learned from this friend of yours.
Yes.
Then you diversify to learn more from other sources like YouTube and so on and so forth. And that's where. Can you tell me something about, like, myself? I've said it in camera. I'm a day trader, more of a day trader. But I've been watching your works, and I'm like, this guy does great at swing trading. Now, when did you figure out that swing trading is the thing for you? I know every trader started as a scalper.
Yes, yeah.
You're a day trader, then swing trading. Tell us about that.
The thing is, when you lose a lot of opportunities because you close out early, it's very, very traumatizing. Because I could see a setup and I know that, yes, this setup is going to get to this point. But for me back then, I was using my take profits as the number of profit I get. I didn't just deviate to being a swing trader. I deviated to believing in my strategy. Because a number of people know that this market will hit this take profit. But then the irony is that when you close it, then it's life. You always want to make more money.
Yes.
You guys start looking for another setup. There we go, come. That setup. You don't carry the whole. And and you start telling yourself, I wish I'd held, the things. So I experienced that 4 to 5 times and then told myself, if you're going to risk, why not risk it well? Since you know that if you have to trust in your strategy, you believe it works, then let it work perfectly. So if I'm going to hold to that take profit, tried it the first time, I gained crazy amounts. And it just had to start coming. It wasn't easy, trust me, because I think the most difficult part of Forex is the courage to take to hold the setup. It's super difficult. No matter the kind of money you've made, no matter, it's super, super difficult, you know. And I think, but with time, it's still building up, and now I do swing. But I do your own deal, I know, right? Depending on the setup.
Yeah, depending on the setup, that is the word. So in what year did you actually figure out the strategy that works for you? Because I realized that in trading, it doesn't matter all the strategies in the world. It is the one that aligns with your personality that would work for you. So what year did you figure it out and you started your realm of consistent profit? Because everybody loses in their first year of trading.
True.
Okay.
For me, I'm going to say it's either 221 or 222.
Okay.
That if I started trading in 219, then it's either 221. I can't remember the year.
Okay.
Just either 221 or 222. What happened was I was in this mentorship group and I was learning something from my mentor. And he called out a trade. He said, sell for actually 75. I can't remember, it's 75. And then not just that he says sell for at least 75. He said it's going to reach a particular point, take your profit there. Sell again once it gets to that point. And just the way he said it was how the market played out. Like, it got to that place, stay reversal. That was crazy. I was like, what the f***? Wow. Whatever this guy is using to do this, I really need to learn it. That was where my whole, that was where the upbringing of me and sniper entry came about. Because before, I'm seeing it on your camera now.
Yes.
And I'm very, very sure.
Yes.
Nobody, they talk sniper entry in this industry. It was me that said that talk.
Massive.
I'm telling you, bro, before it now became a thing, just like the word milking. I'm hearing people, you know, I'm milking. Kill from me.
That's great.
So when he started doing it, I said, nah, because I've seen other strategies. Someone might tell you to buy a market. You buy your boy, first of all, maybe range, go down with beans, get so you're gonna. But then this guy's home was at sniper. He moved and then I said, nah, whatever he's doing, I need to learn it. And I started learning it, and I wouldn't say I 100% believed in it because he just taught me 1%. Okay, you know, started getting better at it. You know, added a lot, added the other 99% inside it. But I think that year was the year I decided that if I'm going to learn a strategy, I'm stupid this. Before then, I tried indicators on YouTube, a number of things. There was this particular YouTube channel. I wish I can remember it. I was now comment on that person's channel. You're stupid, yo. This guy brings out video every single day, every day. And I don't know how he brings it out. He just is how his indicator now. So they tell you moving average visit to 23%, you will cross by. And I subscribe every single day. He brings out one rubbish strategy. I'll go and do the thing. I'll go and blow my accounts. I'll go and do it. I'll go and blow my accounts. He was making mad funds there on YouTube because every day he's posting, and then you know his videos are very, very boring. It's going to be like a 12 minutes long ass video. You use 1 minute to 1 minute 20 seconds to talk about himself, and you use the other one to tell you how to fix the moving average. Now the fix it at 56, I tell you so slow. And then the other rubbish part to not tell you what to do. And trust me, it never worked. I tried a number of things, you know, before I met that one that, you know, I told myself this is where I have to be.
That's massive. Guys, you've seen it. Everyone has that particular point where it definitely clicks for them. I remember when you started your YouTube channel, you were Milk Deriv. You were solely focused on trading synthetic indices. But when you established your office in Lagos, it became LuckyManeFX. So can you tell us about the word LuckyMane and, you know, how all of these things connect?
Okay, so when I started off, the name was Milk Deriv. So our objective was to milk them. But, you know, with life comes growth. And when good funds started coming in, I knew that not only Forex account life couldn't do that. So then you have to diversify, maybe real estate, a lot of other services, and different from Forex. If you're going to have a company, it shouldn't just be fixated on, you can't limit yourself to just one thing. So, and I had to just go back. I said, nah, Milk Deriv, we couldn't do the number of things I would want to do. In my properties, I'll have it registered as Milk Deriv properties.
It doesn't make sense.
So that's why I decided to transition to LuckyMane, and then a number of things. Right now, there's LuckyMane properties. There's the one we're doing with the card services, and a number of different things that will still come out under the same LuckyMane group. But we had to transition the name in order to effect those changes.
Okay,
that was super exciting.
So the name LuckyMane, what gave birth to it?
Okay. Crazy thing, yeah. So in school, there was this particular day, I stole my brother's wristwatch. It was a gold watch. And I came to school with it. Those guys, they made the hell out of it. They laughed at me. It was gold, like buffet gold. It was shining type shit. So there was this American musician, LuckyMane. They are now calling me LuckyMane, LuckyMane. I think that's almost of them know me. So okay, are calling me LuckyMane, LuckyMane, LuckyMane. And then after like the first term, I said, why go the answer LuckyMane? When is one's name? And my name is Good Luck. I had to just come out the good come out the Gucci. So it's now Lucky Mane. That was where the name came about.
Wow. That's a very creative word, guys. A very creative word. There's this topic about collaboration and competition, especially in this space of Forex trading. What is your contribution to this particular thing? Do you think it is worthwhile people trying to compete? I really think there's no competition in this game. If you're making your money in your own pocket.
I think we should compete.
Okay, tell me about it.
One thing I feel, life won't be fun if there's no problem. So people that want to compete fast. Once I see their Twitter, they say, I like it. I won't be the one to compete against. Yes, but if you want to fight, good, I'll give you the leverage. Fight against yourselves. But then, like you said, there's no essence. The whole end game is to make money. I think it's only people that are not making money that. Like when I had a profile, I had one rubbish guy on Twitter. Any small thing, he go comment rubbish for my profile. He go comment, I don't say that guy know they make money. It was popular on Twitter. I think about 2 months after they arrested him or something. Obviously, he wasn't making money. That's why he had time to be commenting. Those who are focused on their life don't have time for that person's life. You can't be a spectator in another person's life. You're your own person. So I don't need to compete with other people. In terms of collaboration, I'm very relative with collaboration because when you collaborate with someone who doesn't fit your thing, your ideologies, it's as if you're supporting him. Maybe you're not sure how this guy makes his money. There are plenty of those that don't make money from trading. That's right. They make money from different things. And then you're collaborating with that person. People view you as a sort of a standard that, yes, you're making your own money different. So if you're going to collaborate with that kind of individual, you're like telling people,
like you're endorsing the person's.
So I think collaboration is relative. You must collaborate with people that you believe have the same ideologies. That's what I mean. You can't see me with a lot of Forex traders. Not that I don't like them, but most of them, my ideologies don't align with them. I could see some of them would talk, but maybe me coming, I think that would be a far-fetched. If you see me with some other specific people like Sam Keys, that means I believe in what they are doing. That's how it is.
That's awesome, guys. I'm learning. I'm seriously learning. All right, let's come to that part where we've been waiting for. How old do you think LuckyMane is? Put it in the comments. Anybody that gets this right, I think he's going to do that. He's going to give the person something.
100. You said 100.
$100. I'm giving
times by 2.
Times 2. So anybody that gets it right will put 200. Like being specific about date of birth, not just how old. Just tell us his date of birth. I hope your brothers are not watching this. All right, and the person goes home with that. So it's really been exciting and interesting here. Let's come to a particular aspect that a lot of beginners out there are waiting for. What is your best advice for someone who wants to start Forex trading out there? You know, a lot of people think it is a get-rich-quick scheme. It is not. I've been here for close to 5 years plus. All right. And I tell you, it's within the last 2 years that I started having consistent profits. So what's your advice to the beginners out there?
Okay, if you're a beginner, if you've not entered Forex, don't enter. I'm going to stay in your house. So come and make money with us. When you've already entered, there's no going back. But one thing I often tell people is they know that it's never always. Everyone knows it's not always. But the thing is, it's not just about people telling you it's not. If you experience it yourself, some people might feel depressed. You might feel somehow. The only thing I tell them is always think of the risk to reward. With trading in a day, you can make something that someone has been doing all his life has not made. So when you're making those losses, just keep thinking the risk to ROR. I swear. And there you this thing, the profit margin is extremely great. So it's worth whatever stress you're passing through. It's worth whatever thing. And then it's something of risk. Forex is risky. It's something that you have to risk to make. But if you're going to risk wisely. I hate it when people are saying that they trade Forex, but when they enter a buy, what makes the market to buy is their prayers. Go, please let this market buy. Go, please let this market buy. Go, please let this market. That's not trading now.
That's a trading.
That's gambling.
Definitely.
And a number of people are doing it. They don't have the information. They don't have the knowledge. You just be trading because you are seeing buy and sell. Or they'll tell you, I'm seeing green candle. You go and buy because you are seeing green candle. How? From where to where? A number of things. So if you're going to risk well, risk wisely. So that you don't just risk and you're risking and taking your money away. So that's my own special.
Guys, you heard it from him. It's a game of risk and reward. So you want to risk very wisely. All right, guys, for those of you who have stayed to this point, I want to see in the comments your name and where you're watching this video from, plus your best takeaway from this particular podcast. Also, you want to connect with LuckyMane, tell them what's your social media handles, Instagram, and so on.
So Instagram, LuckyMane_FX. Our website, LuckyManeFX.com.
Okay, and also, what's the address for your office in Lagos?
The one in Lagos is at Alternative Road, Chevron Drive.
So just put LuckyMane Forex Academy on your Google map. We show you Abuja and Lagos. Choose that up Lagos. If you're in Abuja,
is in Wuse 2, opposite National Open University.
Okay. So guys, we've learned a whole lot from LuckyMane. Man, guys, I'm pumped up. I'm really, really pumped up on this particular episode. Thank you so much, bro. Thanks for honoring this invitation. Now, guys, put on the comments, who do you want us to have on the next episode on the podcast? You know, I'm here to help. That's what I came to do. So you learn from the story of people who are successful and who are making it, so that you too, you can become a success in the nearest years that's to come. Let's know who you want us to have in the podcast. Put it on comment and we're going to work with that. So what do you have to tell the people? Those that are trading, those who are thinking about trading, generally, maybe about business, how do you keep up with success? Just anything you have for the people.
I think, let me just say this. If you're milking brokers, milk them well. But when they are milking it, they know they pity. Oh, so closely or $10, $100. Keep those people, take it out of business.
Guys, your head is very fair. So thank you guys for being on this episode. I really appreciate you giving the time to watch this video. Feel free to share it with your friends, share it with those people you know who want to make it in trading. All right, till we'll see you again. My name is Sam Keys and I'm always here to help. Bye for now.